Is everyone happy after some technical difficulties?
Speaking of technical difficulties, the controller is not working again. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is the deputy and Mr. Tex. Apologies.
And we also have the guy who's been replaced, like the guy you just started to play as, some random dude, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a TV show where they recast the hero, right?
Yeah. None of us are ready. None of us are ever ready. And yet, here we all are. How is everybody today?
Let's hope that everyone is good today, right?
All right. Is the audio all fucked up again? It seems like it is every morning.
Is it funked? Is it? Well, that's the problem. Is every time you update something, anytime I update anything, Windows is like, you know those little knobs that you've set? What if we just throw those around? And you're like, please don't. And they're like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'll fucking do it. I'll do it again. And you're like, please don't do this.
All right. They say, "Niet, audio is fine."
Night Owl says audio is clear but a bit low, and this fucker listens every day to everything. And he's a really nice supporter, so he would know.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any equipment, do I?
You don't need equipment. Procure on site, buddy. Procure on site, right?
Audio is clear but a bit low.
Yeah, that's, well, you know. Night Owl would know. Night Owl knows.
Night Owl knows.
Yes.
Now, you're
By
talking Night Owl vocal audio or game audio?
That's a good question. We should probably specify.
Because if it's like overall audio, I've got desktop maxed. Okay.
All right, so guess what?
What?
I challenged the Aux to a war.
Okay.
You know, I challenged
As
the
one
Aux
does.
Yeah. Well, the first time we had a war was pretty interesting.
All right, you are at max.
I am at max.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's as loud as I can make you.
Just starts rattling stuff. But no, I challenged the Aux to a war because we had a war some time ago, and it was fun. Everyone showed up to the war. Everyone had a good time. You know, it was just a friendly war between, you know, friends, and we had ourselves a nice war, and it was good. So I challenged them to another one. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Hey, Bionic. Yeah, I'm not sure if the war will be streamed, but I definitely plan on recording it. And I'm going to try to get the Aux to record their perspective. And I'm also going to try to get one of my cameramen one of the BPL film people to actually run an observer mode on it because Nebulous has a observer mode.
Hmm.
So we'll be able to get all the fun panning around camera action, and then I think we can cut it like 5, 6 different ways, and have it end with the destruction of all that is sane and good. So as soon as I said I challenge you to a fight, Diggs and the mods of the Ox, who say hi to Diggs, he's right there. Diggs and the mods of the Ox set up a group for the Nebulous people to start practicing, and they have been. So it's much like the real militaries where you see, oh man, there's a potential of a war, and so everything goes into you know high gear. And one of the funniest moments was Greg, who's in the BPL, joined their channel where the Ox was training and was like, "How do you do, fellow kids?" Just, "Oh, what are you working on? I wouldn't take those. Those are terrible." But no, it's all in good spirit and good fun. I promised
Yeah,
the Ox what.
rising tide lifts all boats.
Well, yeah, and that's what we want to do is just have fun with it. Last time around, I told the Ox if I beat you, you know, um, you're not allowed to talk about beans for like a month. It was something stupid like that. Uh, and yeah, we basically won that. The BPL threw down pretty good. So this time around, we might get our asses kicked. I don't know. It might happen. It might not. But I'm just looking forward to the fun shenanigans we have because yes, Mr. Train. One moment. Every time we have these fun shenanigans and fun play, between communities, it just feels right. It's fun to
Yeah.
have this sort of bullshittery on the internet instead of, trying to play for keeps. So I promised that if the Onks wins, I will send their admiral a wheel of cheese, unless they don't live in the United States, in which case I'll just donate to charity in their name and they can suck it. But I think that I don't know what the Ox does if we win. I I'm pretty sure that I'll just buy a top hat or something and call myself a Grand Admiral for like a week.
That's one does.
You are going to think that we have an advantage until you realize that we only really have one person who plays a lot of Nebulous with randos on the internet, and every one of us, all the rest of us, just build boats that we like looking at. That being said, the BPL Nebulous group has a pretty funny set of traditions, which I will share with the Ox if they would like. We call all of ourselves the Commodores, like all of us. So we greet each other as like Commodore, and because we run flotillas, so we call each other Commodores. And then after a while, I think it was Gray Feathers suggested that we all call ourselves High Commodores, except for Maverick. He's not allowed to do that because he knows what he did.
Understood.
Maverick calls. Okay, Maverick is very cursed. And he used to stream a lot on WVPL 76, but he recently got, I believe, a change in housing situation where he wouldn't be able to stream as much.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him back into streaming because it's always fun watching him play scary games and shit his pants. That being said, the Mavericks, the things that Maverick says in our Nebulous group are enough for us to not call him a High Commodore. Mainly because he. All right, there's gun plotting centers.
Hmm.
He calls them gun piloting centers.
Nice.
That's not nice. That's wrong. And that's why we're like Maverick, no. And Maverick says yes, and I'm like no. He also uses phrases like cheese leather. So yeah,
Oh,
he's
Jesus,
not
he woke
allowed.
up already?
You're not allowed to wake up after a beat down. Yeah, Mav is cursed. He comes up with ideas and concepts and it makes the rest of us mad, so we censure him using what technology we have. which is imaginary names and such.
Ranks and yep, as one does. I just
Well,
noticed that I like went by this claymore and didn't notice it.
Oh, that's
I'll put that to
interesting.
use. This is an OSP mission. I've remembered now. I was
Is
trying to
it
figure out why I
OSP?
had nothing.
That just sounds like we ran out of budget. Like when someone says this is an OSP mission, you're just like, so I guess that pizza party's also a lie, right?
Yeah, exactly. No pizza party for us.
Pizza's for winners.
It's just the way of the game. Sun will rise. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
I love how they say that specifically. You know, like that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, like the guard team wasn't also staying alert. Is he literally just going to chase me? Oh, good fucking god. Alright.
Just gonna walk around with my stealth bazooka.
And guess what? You might survive that. But now I've got a Saiga.
I love how you're just gonna steal people and run around with them.
I have OSP'd.
On-site personnel.
Ow.
Manglex raises a good point. Imagine seeing your buddy get kidnapped by a balloon. You're like, this deployment is bullshit.
This deployment is bullshit and I hate all of you.
Yeah. I also found out another thing in Nebulous Fleet Command.
Which
It's
is?
not... Well, alright. Here's the problem. We're sitting there having our moment.
Jesus
you know,
fucking Christ.
I didn't even get to the good part. But so I was designing a ship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I started to think that I was clever, you know. Now those of you who've seen me play games know that I'm not, and that what's gonna follow is a story of like hubris. So what happened was there are mechanics in Nebulous for laying mines, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm a clever boy. Like, I thought, man, I'm going to make this ship, and I'm going to give it a funny name. And the name ended up being Mine and Dash, which I think is a great name for a mine layer. And then I said, what if I, you know, like just as a LOL, among my friends, what if I just ran in with my mine layer and just laid a bunch of mines, and then when the enemy runs up, they find that, oh no, mines, right? Simple idea. Simple idea.
Yeah.
The enemy shoots me once, just once, and it disables the IFF radio. And those mines suddenly decide that I'm not a friend, you know? Like, maybe I'm not friendly. And so, very quickly, my boat exploded for about 8 minutes. So, just to let you guys know, mines are really fun, but I wouldn't trust them. It's like having it's like finding a possum in a drawer in your kitchen. You're like, oh, don't confuse yourself that you found a friend. You have not.
So I haven't touched Nebulous since they added the mines.
Don't use them.
Don't use them?
Please.
God.
Don't. I'm not trying to be the UN, but I'm going to say that mines are probably not a good idea. And thank you, Cerberus. Appreciate it. And thank you for coming to check us out. Cerberus said something very nice as their first time chat.
I see that. Thank you.
They were very pleasant.
I am the son of a bitch that made a torpedo battleship in Ultimate Admiral.
A torpedo battleship.
Mm-hmm.
So what is? You're just like Jutland wasn't enough.
Its broadside was 112 torpedoes each side.
Why? Why?
Because nothing could stand up to that. There was no amount of maneuvering. There's no amount of praying that you can do to avoid just instantly sinking a capital fleet.
I invented a ship with auto loading 18
How
inch
fast was the
guns.
battleship? About 13 knots.
Ah. So
You
made a
gotta
mobile
sacrifice
island.
something somewhere.
So what you did was you made a floating city that could unload its torpedo factory.
Yeah, pretty much. It was good for I believe 4 or 5 passes, and then I had to evacuate it because it was completely out of offensive capability.
I hate this idea a lot. All it would take is one shell to bonk
What was
it
that?
and
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's like years worth of torpedoes. Yes, it is.
they go out and do a training cruise, and the Navy goes bankrupt. Like everyone has to eat like old shoes essentially because you were out of money.
Yeah. The Tordabo was a weapon of desperation.
Why did you make it? Was it just something like you were getting your ass kicked and you were like, I need to?
Yeah, no, I was getting bullied by the British Empire early, like pre-dreadnought early, and they just kept nagging me, and I was like, well, I will make the water unhospitable for your fleet. How about that?
That's why I designed $40,000 boats.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I was
I'm
like,
not
oh
that
no.
good.
I was like, oh no, you sank the $4 fleet. Good job.
I like that they're now paranoid and they keep turning around to face me as they're
Wouldn't
walking back.
wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%. There's nothing quite so terrifying and exhilarating as creeping around in the woods when you are certain that there's a polar bear with an anti-aircraft gun hidden in every fucking bush because you were waiting for contact to happen.
Contact is everyone's favorite.
People who can be a point man on that shit and not like lose their mind after 6 months straight of it, bigger balls than I.
I have a really bad habit in not Nebulous, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I have a really bad habit, and it's seeing how long I
This
can keep a
man's
ship in
separating
service.
himself.
Hey, Lavinian 762 tips $7 or $6.90. I was gonna say seven. I just rounded up. I'm like $7.
Haha, now I have a machine gun.
Ho ho ho.
So these people's experience is that like every 10 minutes they hit contact and then somebody gets stolen by balloon.
Can you imagine being like a MiG-21 fighter pilot flying around this area?
You
And
just see
it
like rotting bodies on balloons hanging around at 40,000 feet.
yeah,
Like,
just
oh,
rotting bodies
the helicopter
hanging
didn't pick
around.
that one up, I guess.
Well, they can't get all of them. It's impossible. You have literally too many people that you've thrown up in the air. Like they would just be like, all right, we're gonna get 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go, we'll pick up 5. We'll get the first 5, but we're not going to be able to I mean, all right. Should we tell chat some of the games that we've been looking at playing in the future together? Because,
Yeah, we
well,
could.
okay. So we're gonna play Deus Ex.
Yeah, that's pretty well decided.
That's pretty well decided. However, I'm trying to bully Deb into playing Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, on stream because I watched Deb do a series of very, very bad things with a plane.
I've owned Flight Simulator 2020. I've owned Flight Simulator for about 48 hours now. Downloading it was an exercise in self-abuse. Um, yeah, but I flew a fucking DC-3 from LaGuardia to Scranton, and it made it to the runway. I was upside down when I got there, but that's not important right now.
Why didn't you tell him about the flappy ride?
Play Microsoft Flight Simulator using the dodgy controller. Which
Yeah,
one? I've got
yeah, it
two.
was. Oh my god, just watching Depp do the flappy flight was. That was really difficult to watch. Like just going up and down like fugoid wave patterns, where it was like if it's like a plane that's had the tail ripped off. And I know that because I've done Kerbal where that happened, where it just goes straight up and then straight down, straight up and then straight down. And I just watched that happen. And yeah, the good Christ, that was actually scary. That was like I would really love to see you fly a commercial flight using chat to help you fly it, right?
Yeah.
Just letting chat help you fly the plane. And we choose a place to go. We set up a poll in chat and we're like, all right, where are we taking off? And people come up with an airport. And then
Yeah, give me a
we
destination about 2 hours away.
yeah, and then for 2 hours we do Beeple Airlines as we try to figure out how the plane works.
Yeah, we could do that. Um,
Yeah, it's basically Tippy Truck the airplane. You're not wrong.
yeah, that's
Okay,
almost exactly what it is.
so chances they want to see you fly into the old Hong Kong airport. Why is that? I've never seen it except in movies.
There something very specific about old Hong Kong?
Well, we we flew the 747 out of an airport that shouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
That was something. I have a protein bar and I'm going to eat it on stream. Mouth
Okay.
noises.
Yep. Mouthy, mouthy. I'm going to need that stinger. Jesus fucking Christ, these armored people. He just shot the gun apart.
Well, I mean, maybe it had I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm just hand waving it,
Yeah, no, I gotcha. I don't recall the Russians having this many captured stingers either. Is that helicopter following me? Nah, it fucked off.
We're not smart.
Looks like a pretty far drop. I'm smart enough to recognize that.
Okay, for old Hong Kong, they said you had to make a really sharp turn and descend rapidly while dodging buildings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds like my kind of thing.
I was really worried for your passengers. I wish there was something where you could have a passenger seating area.
Yeah, with maybe passenger response.
Oh, that would be great.
Of course they got the mortar up. Because he didn't shoot the mortar to pieces.
You seem a little salty.
I am a little salty. I mean, this guy's flying this fucking not quite a hind around. And it's giving him warnings.
Hind. Well, not a hind.
Yeah, it's a Hond.
It's a Honda D.
Fuck was that?
I think we should take a 747 or something like that. And just fly it in a direction. And, you know, see if you can land it. I mean, these things will damn near land themselves, I'm told.
Go away. Well, I had to kill a couple of wolves, and it gave my position away again.
The noted wolves of Afghanistan.
Yeah. I really wish I hadn't wasted this stinger shot.
Well, I will say this: Depp has never stranded his pilots in the air.
Nope. I have a saying. Not one pilot left trapped in midair.
Yeah, quite true.
Didn't I put this guy in camouflage? I thought I did.
Did we forget this guy's name? Because I have.
His name's like Charging Octopus or something.
Joe Fellowton.
Look how much blood is on his face.
That's a normal amount of blood for what we do.
Big McLarge huge, exactly.
Duck uppercut.
I killed 9 people.
9 people?
9 people.
That sounds
pretty
crazy.
low.
9 whole people in a war?
I like how we have a credit for the VDV.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, battle gear is ready.
Again, does this serve any purpose, or is it just there?
No, it's just there. They cut it. They cut that content out.
Emmerich's finished development on that battle gear of his. Get back to Mother Base.
So we never see it move. I think we can send it on like the overseas off-screen deployment where your people have really fun adventures without you. Oh, we're using Snake for this cutscene. Got it.
Well, Snake's been rehearsing, you know.
Look at that. It's like a tank, but not. It's got little feetsies.
You know, if you said it has feetsies, I don't think people would want to buy it. You have to say it has, like, you know, stompies. Stompies is a better term.
Little Stompy. The quadruped tank.
Old Stompy.
Yeah, you don't have to do the Dr. Frankenstein pose, you creep. Is it floating?
Yeah. It has stompy feet. I think that the fact that it has, like, hover feet is a lot more impressive than the fact it has legs, right?
Is it supposed to do that?
Suggesting this guy just kind of invented anti-gravity, right?
Yeah. In 1980. Like
Yeah,
1982.
I mean, if this guy invented hover gravity anti-grav doodad, you know, in
Little
1980...
Stompy's already taken, though he preferred the Latin version, Caligula. Nice.
The battle gear is an armored weapon
I like how we got that like super fucking awesome cutscene, and then we get here and it's just
There.
yeah.
I also hate that, like, the scale of it. Like, in that last video, it looked like it was 100 feet tall, and now it's, like, room-sized.
Yeah, like are we having the children pilot this thing?
Is this a scale model? You know, is this like a concept? Is this a scale model, or...
It's the 3/4 scale version, yeah. Oh look, it's got a little robot head that we stole off one of the Walker gear. Good. I'm sure it's not having an existential crisis.
I feel like I'm constantly having existential crisis. So, I mean, why can't it have an existential crisis? Let the robot have an existential crisis.
You know, that's the important thing, is they deserve them too. Their life sucks as well. What's life without a little existential crisis? Exactly. Mr. Manglex, my navigator.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, Manglex, you managed to get Depp to actually turn that 747 around. That was amazing. I just love how when it came down to Manglex, who is an actual pilot, sitting there in the BPL, Manglex goes, okay, here's what we're going to do. Because we had a 747 on a runway designed for, like, Cessnas. And so Manglex says, okay, here's what you're going to do. Instead of, like, don't take off from this airport, it was stand on the brakes, lean on the engines till they're about to fly off on their own, and then release the brakes and pray.
No, no. That was all Manglex. He got me to the runway. Using a chart for an airport he'd never seen that he found online. And we were flying in dense fog the entire time. We broke through the cloud ceiling at like 900 feet. That's how they launched the B-17s off the carriers in World War II. Yeah, something like that.
We were not smart.
The 747 was lightly loaded, as in I had 50% fuel. Because I idled off a bunch of it.
Yeah.
Depp wants to do the first Cato bar launch of a 747. It's funny you mentioned the cat, because I forgot to put cat trim on the EF-24G when I had Manglex as my backseater, and we just went for a swan dive into the ocean.
The BPL is a,
We did a lot of
Gumption.
flying stuff yesterday.
we're full of gumption. Let's just say that, right?
To the central base camp in Afghanistan and recover that AI pod. It's time we purge Diamond Dogs of that traitorous parasite once and for all.
All right, we're gonna go get the lozenge of bad feelings.
Gumption. What would the motto of the BPL Airlines be?
Motto of the BPL.
Like the airlines, you know, like if we had an airlines, what would the motto? It's not going to be fly the friendly skies. It's going to be something dumber.
Unit dispatched.
There we go. Ooh.
Select a mission.
BPLA, we'll get you airborne one way or another. Air BPL, hold on tight. Beeple Airlines, some of you will survive. 7 safety.
Safety.
We've never not made it to the ground. We'll be full of lead, but we'll land you.
I was going to say, like, not Delta Airlines.
By gum and gumption, we land eventually. Ever see Event Horizon?
Yes. Where we're going, we don't need eyes.
Mission accepted.
This sounds a bit ominous, but I mean, I don't know. If you've flown on a modern airlines and that guy came out and said, where we're going, we don't need eyes, that wouldn't really creep me out that much. I'd be like, well, what about legroom?
Alright, Greedy Panther had his turn. So, what do you say we take Scowling Buffalo on this mission? Or do we
alright.
go back to Snake?
Oh, I don't care. Let's let Chad decide.
We'll put the Gimp mask on him because I don't like the way he looks. Look at that weird, like, nose thing.
Well, he needs it.
It's like he's got a command strip stuck to his face, but it's black.
He needs it for breathing. He snores.
Alright, what are we taking as our primary?
That's a good question. What do we take? You know what? What do we got for interesting rifles today?
Well, so we've got AK-74N with night vision Gen 0 scope on it.
Ooh, Gen 0.
Now, I believe this is a daytime mission, so... we've got normal AKS-74U, we've got an RPK, we've got M16A1E1 with a suppressor and the Colt 4X scope.
Ah, yes, the scope that doesn't stay.
The M16A1, we've got the Patriot now, the boss's Patriot with infinite ammo.
Wait, no.
So we could do a never let go of the trigger mission if we wanted.
You know what? That does sound kind of enjoyable. Like all the bullets.
Okay. I don't think I'll need explosives. Well,
You sure? You sure you'll need explosives?
we might need explosives. That may be the only reason I let go of the trigger. What's my backup? Sturmpistola, Anaconda, M29.
I think the Sturmpistola is a good choice because I mean we're gonna need explosives, right?
We probably will need explosives. I bet there's gonna be tanks and fucking helicopters here. It said extreme on the mission select.
Extreme, eh?
Yeah, so I expect extreme mission requirements.
Extreme. Usually, extreme is on the side of things that are not extreme. That's what my life has taught me. It's like when someone's like, "Oh, this is the most extreme." No, they're lying. You know, it's like extreme with just the X and then tream after it.
Yeah.
They're like, "Did you know that this is the most extreme tube sock you can buy?" And you're like, "That doesn't sound extreme at all." And they're like, "It's extreme."
He keeps calling me boss. I think he's confused about who's going on these missions.
I don't know. Maybe
Snake's been stuck in the porter shower for like 2 missions.
I think it's that you've been throwing people into the wall so much. You know that maybe their memory is starting to get foggy.
Oh, the more vehicles we destroy, the bigger our paycheck? Is that what he said?
I think that's a reasonable outcome.
Yes.
I would like to make more money for more violence.
Oh, I don't mean to be that guy, but I can double dip this.
What are you proposing?
If I balloon away the vehicles, then I can sell them on the black market and get paid for them a second time.
This sounds like a good,
Which is what I've been
idea.
doing with all the vehicles anyway, but it's not important now.
Get paid 4 times. Balloon the vehicles. Steal the vehicles.
You can tell she's on my side because it's a green laser that she's pointing at my chest.
Oh, the friendly laser?
Yeah, the friendly laser of friendship. I didn't know it was one of these. I should have gotten a Jeep. Ugh.
Look, we're just cruising for a bruising.
I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
Yeah, send me a Jeep. Send me a Jeep. Drop me a Jeep. Drop me a Jeep. Do it now. Where's my Jeep?
Do you think that you just have a figure eight of fucking C-130s in the air, and they're all
Yes.
just trying to bring you things and pick people up, and occasionally hitting balloons and killing people?
100%.
All right.
Look at that. It's a fucking Jeep. Oh,
I
it
know you're a Jeep.
struts through the fucking hood now.
I know you're a Jeep fan.
I
know
do
you're
like
a
them.
huge Jeep. Okay. One moment.
Unknown Diamond Dog soldier on his way to commit the second recorded instance of air piracy. 1984. Yeah, it's some Amazon Prime shit. You're absolutely right. Let me bounce this Jeep off everything.
So what if I told you there was a company that makes fancy Jeeps? They take normal Jeeps and they make them fancy.
Yeah. Oh, good lord.
Hey, quit kidding around.
Let me find it. Ah, yes.
Were you
All
not
right.
looking?
Sorry, I looked away because I wanted to find this thing. I'm gonna send it to you.
No, everything's fine.
Is everything fine?
Everything's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing worth talking about.
So the company is called Hurtan, Hurtan, and they make fancy Jeep. They take a Jeep and make it look like it's a 1930s British Rolls Royce.
Oh, good lord.
He sank the Jeep. What? I look away and the Jeep sunk? Why is the Jeep gone?
It's not important.
I think it is important.
No. I was taking a creative detour around some people I didn't want to have to kill. Because, oh god, I thought that was going to land on me. Because I am a very busy man and I don't have very much time. So, with that, given that, this Jeep is much tippier than the other Jeep. Given that that is the case, I took a creative detour, and it turns out that there's a river right there. And that river is not friendly to me. The Jeep demands blood, yours or theirs. Yeah, pretty much.
Boss, I have a report from the intel team.
Hey, the report from the intel team. The targets are on the move.
Your iDroid. Check your map.
Stop shooting my fucking Jeep.
Time until the rebel guerrillas. Why would they say rebel guerrillas? That's like saying boxing fighters.
I don't know. Rebel
Or
guerrillas,
rebel
man.
movement. I don't get it. All right. So we're gonna run around, and this guy in the BTR is just gonna leave.
The fact that that worked is so dumb.
Down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength.
Man, I really wish that they had just balloons.
On new targets.
Balloons.
I can't believe that balloons are like the be all end all weapon here.
You can't? I can. Don't shoot my Jeep. No, stop that. No, I have the perfect plan. I lay here with my Jeep blocking the route, and when they stop to honk at Jeep, I steal them into the sky.
As you do.
Please select a drop point. Dispatch requested.
Actually, I'm going to use the horse rather than the Jeep, because I think they just blow up the Jeep. But the horse they don't want to run over.
Why is that? Is it just because it would cause a mess?
I'm not sure, but they do. So we are parachuting a horse in, just to be clear about what's going on.
Horses love airplanes.
Look at him. Look at how happy he is.
You know,
Well,
there'd be
with
just,
the fancy tack on.
you
Look
know,
at
there'd
that.
just be oh my god. You know there'd just be turds falling, right?
Uh-huh.
I cannot think of a horse that would be okay with any of that.
Yeah, I'm glad that we spent the money to get custom horse blankets made with the Diamond Dogs logo.
Well, I mean, it's all about branding, isn't
How the
it?
fuck are they shooting at? I'm over here. Branding is important, yes. Sorry, friend.
Alright, target extracted. Sorry, Reds. It belongs to Diamond Dogs now.
What do we do with the people that were inside?
Boss, we spotted a
Well,
four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner.
I don't think it's gonna end
For a
well.
mission. Do you think you can bust him loose? Just if you have the time to spare.
I mean, what options do they have, right?
Updated.
You just say like, all right, good job. See you later.
Oh, okay. Four-wheel drive's coming from the other way. Well, that makes my problem easy, I guess.
I mean, what do? Do you just shake them till they fall out, or
I would.
be like, get out of there?
Get! Who's gonna get here first? I do believe that four-wheel drive's gonna get here first, but it's gonna be close. Very, very sneaky. Very slow, very sneaky.
Clouds approaching. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Now!
You've got other targets closing in. You can check the predicted route on your iDroid.
The map has been updated.
Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel. We now know the location of a hidden enemy staging area. Check
So,
your iDroid.
so what is
Yeah.
this mission even? I'm wondering.
I'm supporting the Mujahideen, the brave people of Afghanistan.
Ah, yes. God, I remember the first time I saw that. Rambo 3, where it says dedicated to the brave Mujahideen. You know, when I first saw that as a kid, I didn't get it, and then later on, I was like, that has not aged well. It was like dedicated to the brave fighters of the Mujahideen. I was like, oh, that's not so good.
It's one of those oopsie doodle moments. God, what the fuck is that it's moving that fast? Yeah, it's just a BTR. Okay. Why are they still... Blaring the alarm. Why are you painted red?
What?
That you wouldn't know, but that Soviet BMP was painted like raspberry red.
Maybe he wanted to feel special. It's hard being in the Soviet Union.
I guess.
He was like, I want to feel special.
Weapons transport truck. Apparently its cargo is something pretty powerful.
No, on the road. On the road. If it comes by, I'll kill the people in it and take it. Otherwise, I don't care.
You're like, I have a Lippens on our pony.
I do. Yeah, it'll come this way. That's fine. Whatever. I'll go kill him. Adept, that was an Adeptus Mechanicus BMP.
Don't worry about it.
Why are they still blurring the alarm? Could it be the procession of flying BTRs? Hey now, that's logic.
Yeah,
I don't do that
it's,
here.
It's tripping off their radar. They keep saying that, and they're like, what the fuck?
I mean, as far as not aged well goes, it'll be hard to beat the New York Times printing an editorial claiming man won't fly for 1,000,000 years, 9 days before the Wright brothers flew. Yeah, true.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
The guerrillas' offensive will be ending soon. Boss, there's still time left. Take out as many vehicles as you can. Boss, we have new targets. Check your iDroid for the details.
Dude, it's like 4 or 5 fucking minutes, yeah. See, it's fine. That guy's flying, though.
Sometimes you gotta fly.
Is this one? What color are you? Painted gray? Okay.
Alright, target extracted. Sorry, Reds. It belongs to Diamond Dogs now.
Man, he really likes that line, doesn't he?
You gonna extract him?
A stinger? I did that for a stinger? Yeah. Alright. Time to get back in the road, bait.
I just love that you have a fancy Lippens on our pony.
And this is the only thing I do with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the dumbest thing I've seen.
I don't know, the horse seems to think it is. Look at that tail between its legs. That's not a friendly pose. Yeah, that's my Bork. To be fair, the Stinger was only 3 years old when this game takes place. Yeah, but they're everywhere. I see more Stingers than I do RPG-7s. He is a good Bork. He is one of 2 Borks in the house. Alright, are these guys even gonna make it in time to get stolen? Or do I have to go to them?
I don't know.
3 minutes remaining.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. It's pony time.
I hate how this horse is just absolutely calm and doesn't care anything. Like, it just doesn't give a
No,
fuck.
the other way. I need you to go the other way? No, the other side. Please, the other side? There we go. Alright, now sprint. What's the sprint button? No, that's zoom in. That's weapon. Is this just the speed that horse moves?
Yeah.
This is horse speed. You know what? This wasn't worth my time at all. I should have just left him up there. Fine.
Only 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, panic some more. We'll get him. Pork. You're right, that horse must be on like 12 different tranks to be this calm.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like
Oh
I
shit.
can't think of a horse that you could ride into a gunfight, and it would be, okay with it.
How the fuck did they see me?
I
Now,
don't know.
yes, I was laying next to the road, but it's not important.
All targets eliminated. Boss, you were like a man possessed. The guerrillas' offensive is still in progress, but our work here is done. Exfiltrate the mission area.
Did they really do offensives? I don't know that I've ever really heard.
Damn it. Soviet reinforcements incoming. Tanks and a gunship. And you're the target.
By the way, everybody, that is Guardian in chat. That's Griglak, son of Griglak.
Are a threat to the guerrillas. You can bet there'd be a bonus in it if you take them out. That said, the mission objectives are complete, so you can leave the area if you want. Your choice, boss.
That's world famous Griglak.
Griglak. The son of Griglak.
Griglak, son of Griglak. Mighty warrior.
Enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half. Tread
Could.
carefully, boss.
Could at that. So that's one RPG. Come on. Oh, you son of a bitch. Come on. That's two.
I mean, I think you're showing the Skybirds who's doing it, who's in charge here. It's
Don't
like,
you
listen,
dare
you
run away
Skybird.
from me.
I think he just decides that it's not for him. He was checking his action item list, right? And he was like, get shot down by wacko riding a horse. Not for him. Think about how different Westerns would be if you had a Western and then you replaced all of the 6-shooters and lever guns in the Western with RPGs. All everyone has is RPGs. Everyone.
That would be something.
Including the speed draw scenes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that's that.
He's coming too. Roger that.
So did that count as eliminating the helicopter, or did I have to, like, shoot it down?
I don't know. You put everything else on balloons, so...
Yeah, but I can't balloon out the helicopter. I just ran it off. The Soviets are looking for me. And the tanks are using interesting paths. Is he going to drive into the river? 'Cause that's the river that I died in, right there, I think.
The river that hungers.
Do I have to go find them? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to go find those assholes. Alright. Come here, horsey. He doesn't look very excited about this, does he?
Horsey.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
I just love that you can hide on the side of the horse.
Yeah,
And
it's
they don't think
such
they
a
don't think
ridiculous
anything.
fucking thing.
They don't think anything of it, you know? They're just like, yep.
It's normal.
Oh, is that a Lippens on our pony? Like, that's all they think. They don't care.
You look over that way. Yep. This is normal parade wear for the wild ponies of Afghanistan.
The Wild Ponies of Afghanistan.
Yep.
EPL story. Oh, man. So we're gonna go and just ride our horse into combat. I think the horse needs a better hat. I think it'd be cool.
You think
if they had,
so?
Like a,
I've got the boiled leather face mask for it as part of the
That's a bit-
Western wear. It's very
That's-
interesting.
that sounds pretty fucked up. Why?
Because nothing says Western like a horse wearing a cow face.
Enemy presence detected.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
Has been updated.
Like,
I'm playing on PC, although I'm using a PS4 controller, so it's giving me the PS4 prompts.
I would rather something like that chicken mask or something weird, you know. So
Yeah.
people see it and they're like, "The fuck is this thing?" And you're like, "None of your business."
Doesn't matter what it is. No, that just... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! My pony!
Look, things happen, right?
Yeah, that's not the right button. X is not the right button. F for Hans.
Look,
I
the
have to
horse
do
had a
that
bad
whole
day.
fucking thing again.
The horse had a bad day.
This mission, we're back up for the guerrillas' offensive.
Yes, I have to do the whole fucking thing again.
Soviet combat vehicles. Each one you eliminate will contribute to our reward. However, you'll fail the mission if you don't take out any at all.
I mean, let's look at it this way,
Vehicle is a pinky
right?
ring just waiting to be smashed.
You learned what a horse can't deal with, which is artillery.
Cavalry meet cavalry.
Yeah, cav, armored cav, right? That's the story we're telling. That's the story we're... Yes.
What?
You need to eliminate as many
Yeah,
enemy combat
whatever, I know.
as possible before the guerrillas' offensive ends. Check your eye droid for the target's locations.
I just want to... I want to cancel this mission. Fine, okay, I'll just get on the helicopter. Come on, come on.
Once you're on that chopper, we'll have to abort the mission.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I was reenacting the last charge of the Polish cavalry. Exactly.
I think they did their...
Wait, does the horse not trust the random soldier you're using, and that's why you can't sprint? That's entirely possible, actually.
Horses are like that. By that, I mean assholes.
Yeah. Oh, I got negative 50 heroism for leaving.
Please select a mission.
Back up, back down, but I want to get dropped in there because that makes
This-
much more sense. And we'll go with the Western tack since you wanted something different. Look at that. Oh yeah. Ain't that something?
Why?
I don't know, because there had to be something on his face. Or we could put him in Kevlar.
What?
With you know, a bug shield on his face.
Do you think that maybe they track your unit down to kill it because someone is ordering a bunch of custom stuff for horses? They're like, yeah, my horse needs Kevlar and a windscreen.
Deploying.
Yeah, can you blame the horse? Oh no. How do you get the horse in the helicopter? Good question. Now I'm the armored cav. Would that Kevlar actually protect the horse? Maybe from like shrapnel.
Check the target's location.
I don't think a horse is gonna react well to getting shot at. I
Be added to your Android too.
call me a skeptic.
Yeah. I noticed that the horse isn't making sexy poses in the front seat, unlike somebody. Alright, so duly noted. Do not ride up to the tank on a horse.
Noted. Just don't ride up to tank on horse. Got it.
We'll use another 20 minutes of our lives doing this mission over again. Because it says restart from checkpoint, but that checkpoint is never mid-mission.
It's like Skyrim. It starts when you enter the dungeon.
Yeah.
Remember that in Skyrim the first time you had that and you're like, I hate this game.
Yes. I remember it
was-
fondly.
I was mad the first time I ran into that. I was like, this is unacceptable. I thought I'd write Todd Howard a letter, but I didn't.
I'm gonna hide on the rack.
Ah, yes. You have perfect rock hiding camo. Perfect rock hiding camo.
Nobody will suspect a thing.
Nobody will suspect a goddamn thing.
I'm hearing a truck idle. Grammar Police says, you know, I should play Skyrim again. I bet there's some awesome DLC-like mods by now.
There are.
Oh, yeah.
There's always more mods for Skyrim, really.
For Scrim,
Yes, Scrim, the game.
the gamey game.
Scrime.
What is this little...
Skyrams.
Is this for a PlayStation headset, I guess? Little plug on the bottom of the controller?
Probably.
That would make sense. You ever just sitting there and like the tired hits you all of a yes, I am using the horse as bait. The tired hits you all at once. You get like
Yeah,
that
frequently.
chill and then are suddenly yawning. Yeah. Sucks.
Yes, it do. But guess what? At
What?
least we have... I don't know. I'm trying to think of something, but I'm tired. Here's what I think you should do. I think you should just go into this mission and shoot everyone in the mouth.
I can't. They're in trucks.
Well, alright, that's fair.
Please don't run over my horse.
I heard Starfield's modding scene died out.
It's
because
not
they-
dead, but it's not happy.
Well, I do know that somebody, I don't know who, created a mod to put Randolph P. Checker's Galaxy's Worst Quartermaster, a portrait in
Jesus
Starfield.
fucking Christ.
Are you not autocannon proof?
No.
Oh. Well, now we know.
In this mission, we're back up for the guerrillas' offensive operation.
But yeah, someone put a portrait of Randolph P. Checkers in that, and you can hang it in your spaceship.
That's
No
that's a
idea who
good
did
mod.
that. Yeah. Galaxy's Worst Quartermaster.
Do you know how many times I hear people talking about Tex Talks Battletech and I just sit there and, oh yeah, really? Never heard
How
of
many?
it.
Who says that? No, are
No,
you like
like-
at work and some cop walks up and he's like, "Dude, stompy robots."
No, not other cops, not yet anyway.
Some guy you're arresting who's like, "The American Civil War."
No, like my friend group was like, oh yeah, you like all this weird military industrial complex bullshit. Have you ever heard of BattleTech? Oh, tell me about it.
You're
And they
literally
recommended I listen to Tex Talks BattleTech.
You're literally in it.
Yeah.
You're in it.
Uh-huh.
You're in Tex Talks BattleTech.
Yeah.
They have not noticed that.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty unassuming, I guess.
You're in the show and they're like, "Have you heard of this show?" And you're like, "No."
No, I did have one of my former captains, he played BattleTech tabletop. So we talked about that a couple of times. Let's see.
I just can't believe that.
You can't believe that?
No, it
Really?
No, I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it
This is
is
what we're-
objectively quite funny.
I told you how I was riding the train and I saw someone watching the American Civil War, right?
Yes.
That was fun. So, for chat who hasn't heard this story before, I've told it a few times.
Why am I leaving the
What?
grass? The grass is safety.
Someone was watching the American Civil War on the train, and I leaned over their shoulder, and I said, "That was a really hard episode to make." And the guy looked up like, "What?" You know. And so, I pulled my hat on, and I popped my collar up because it was piss and rain outside. And I stepped off the train, and I said, "No one will ever believe you."
Target extraction confirmed. That's cut down the enemy mechanized unit's force.
So,
All right, there we
sometimes
go.
you get to do fun noir shit.
Yeah.
Target extracted.
There's two done. Two down.
Diamond dogs now.
Sorry, Reds, it belongs to Diamond Dogs now.
Transporting a prisoner.
Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his BTR?
Just if you have the time to spare. Boss, you're doing great. Plenty of targets eliminated.
I'm doing great.
Just the pace I'd expect.
Bill Murray, the guy, exactly. Yep.
Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's, yeah. I would think so. Alright.
Like, what would you do with fame? Huh?
Become a recluse.
Exactly.
Honestly, I think Bill Murray's kind of got the idea, he doesn't live in Hollywood. If you want to hire him for something, there's a 1-800 number you call, and he decides if he gets back to you.
He's doing God's work.
And depending on what day of the week it is, he will tell you that they'll never believe you story is true or is not.
I think Bill Murray's got it down.
I think he does.
Like, there's some people where I go, man, they should have less money or fame. Like, every time I see Harrison Ford flying a plane, I go, that's unsafe. So does the FAA.
Yeah.
How many crashes has he done?
Several. I think. Let's see. He crashed the interwar monoplane on the golf course.
Yeah.
He landed on the taxiway. What else has he done to earn the FAA's ire?
The map has been updated.
I really wish this horse could gallop.
Do you think he's just doing, like... Do you think he's just playing his character? You know, because fly yes, land no. I mean, think about it.
Yeah. I suppose. Did it stop in there? Yeah, it went for a siesta inside the building. I guess.
Inside siesta. As opposed to what? Outside siesta?
Outside siesta. It's where you just pass out randomly while walking around.
I know a game that we could play that would be fucked up.
Is it Deus Ex?
No, The Sims.
Oh, God. You send the Jeep and prisoner with a Fulton up. 12 seconds later, the unsecured prisoner hits the ground. Yeah, well, apparently we got intel from him before the helicopter noise had faded. He's like the guy from Catch-22 practicing his crashes for his escape. Exactly. God, I should read that again. Because I don't remember that character's name. Started with an O, didn't it?
Yeah, he's the, God damn it.
Because
I'm gonna look.
he kept trying to get Yasarian to fly with him.
Or.
Yes.
My favorite was Major.
Major Majors was quite nice. It's very military that he would be immediately promoted from second lieutenant and then never get a promotion again because somebody thought it was funny. Yeah, I think that fucking thing is trapped in there. I'm gonna have to, like, mortar it. Either that or it's going to leave when it gets a second truck. Like, you know, they ride together.
He's waiting for his friend.
It could be. I don't think that's it, though. The friend is driving by. Alright. Now these guys are going to be... Oh? You guys are going to be staggered, but not as staggered as I would like. What if I hide in these flowers? Alright, he is now left. He's left the building. He's on the way. He saw the balloons and he was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
He saw the balloons and he's like, I like parties.
Oh, it's the guy that's painted red, that's why.
He's a fast one. I love how the horse is just like your roadblock.
He's my backup plan. Oh, there we go.
Droid for the details.
The map has been updated.
Chad's trying to figure out the red paint.
The
I
red.
don't think there's a reason.
It probably means, you know, he's gone Super Saiyan or some shit. I don't know.
Who knows? It could be some Soviet punishment. They're like, he is a Blaganist!
The map has been updated.
You've been influenced by the bourgeoisie and the capitalists.
Are you familiar with Blaganism?
I'm not, actually.
So, in the Soviet system, there was this guy who was a pilot,
Okay.
and he was trying to show off during an air show, and he crashed into the plane that they were trying to show off and destroyed it. And his name was Blagan. And so the Soviets added to their dictionary Blaganism, which is destruction of greater property belonging to the people by self-aggrandizing.
Oh, good lord.
So to be called a Blaganist would be you're trying to brag and look big, and you're hurting the party.
Yeah, that would fit. Good lord. That's very Soviet to decide that was an ism.
Yes. Like, they couldn't just say, like, wow, that guy died and he was dumb. They were like, no. Blaganism.
There's a crazy story about a plane that crashed with like the entire head staff of like the Russian Pacific Squadron or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of accidents in the Soviet system.
Does it really have to start with the beeping at 5 minutes on a 15-minute mission?
They want you to know that it's imminent and important.
What if we did that at like 2 minutes? I would take 2 minutes. But, you know, the 24, like... Let's put 16 admirals on one plane. What could possibly go wrong with our
Why do they have that many
2%
admirals?
casualty rate record in this airframe? Oh, 204? No. Oh, God.
No,
You guys
no,
freaked
no.
me out.
No, because it's just calm down, because you said 2 minutes, and so they did 2:04.
16 admirals and all their shit. Yep. Depp, are you referring to the time Stalin's son killed the national hockey team in an air crash?
That's a different
That's
accident.
a different accident.
I mean,
Quite
what
funny.
accident? They've lost a lot of things.
Didn't they also lose an entire choir? Yes, they did.
But not on the same day.
Nope.
They spaced these out.
Yeah, if all that had happened on the same day, then they would have, like, nuked us in retaliation.
There would have been a new ism. I'm just saying, they would have been like, all right, whose fault is this? Some poor air traffic controller.
You were like a man possessed. The guerrillas' offensive is still in progress, but our work here is done.
Alright. So they're going to send the helicopter after me and then a tank after me. And we just have to not ride the tank
Reinforcements incoming. Tanks
into...
and you're the target. Looks like we pushed the Soviets a little too far. Boss,
Did we?
Soviets are a threat to the guerrillas.
I don't think we pushed them too far. I think we lifted them too far.
That said, the mission
By balloon.
are complete, so you can leave the area if you
We did our part.
your choice, boss.
Now one of these guys had a Stinger, right? Oh, he dropped a Uzi instead?
That's an enemy gunship. A single burst from its machine gun can cut a man in half.
Yeah.
Carefully, boss.
Oh, fuck you. You can't see me. Oh, you can see me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we were going to say who can see who, I think the guy with the helicopter is probably gonna see the guy with the bazooka.
Ah, fuck off. It's okay, when he takes a firing position to shoot at me, he will slow down.
My secret is to use his needing to kill me against him. I'm wondering why. I am wondering why a helicopter is RPG proof.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
Considering the amount of explosives in this RPG 7. Oh, come on.
This is post 75, right?
Yeah, this is 84.
So PG-7V.
Uh-huh.
That can penetrate quite a lot of armor.
Yeah. It's because it's not the Stinger. If I'd done the Stinger, it would have thrown confetti in the engine, and it would have been an instant one-hit kill. That's the way it works. I have to make the rules.
True. You know the rules, and so do I.
No!
There should
God,
be a
why
mod
didn't you
for
run? Oh.
There should be a mod for this game where you can just shoot people with a 1911 and it explodes. If you shoot a person, it just jump cuts them out of the game.
In this mission, we're back up for the guerrillas' offensive.
I need to just fuck off and forget the side objectives.
Each one you eliminate will contribute to our reward.
I like that name for it, the 1911 lore accurate mod.
Yeah.
Each vehicle is a piggy bank just waiting to be smashed. Get as many as you can.
So he says get as many as I can. Does that mean that I can just sit here and let them all drive by? I mean, we won't get paid much, but we won't use any resources.
So what you're saying
Think
is
about
this
it.
is a flat budget operation.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe we can make it even more efficient than flat budget. If I can get Ouroboros budget, we we will be great.
Or a Boris budget, you say?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I told you about Horsorobos, right?
You did.
All right. So, Chad, there was a program. The United States.
No, this is a
government
mission
ran.
I have to do, Frito, and
Oh,
I
that
need to just
sucks.
fuck off once the tanks arrive so that I can complete the mission and move on, because I don't really care. I am
Alright.
selling the BTRs back to the.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the capitalist. You gotta, you know, the markets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Horsorobos.
So, yeah, Horsorobos. The U.S. government had this program where they had too many wild horses on their land, and if you showed up with a trailer, they'd cut you a check to take the horses off their hands. And so I suppose that what you could do is take your trailer to wherever this is, say, fill it up, get your check, drive down the road, release the horses, drive back. Repeat.
Yeah.
You could make a whole career releasing wild horses. Horsorobos. I think there's also another pay for capturing wild horses. So you could work both programs, you know?
So I had the pleasure of meeting a gentleman when I was doing a lot more military vehicle restoration than I am these days. And he had been imprisoned by the United States government for defrauding the government in a very similar scheme. So after Vietnam, the United States government decided it was getting rid of all of the M151 mutts because they were a rollover risk and they were being replaced by Humvee, and they couldn't be allowed to be on the road because they're dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Also because AMC Chrysler had really good lobbyists who got them to say that they were dangerous, more so than a Jeep Cherokee.
Of course.
So, yeah, slow down, slow down. There we go. Okay, so he was paid to decommission some of these. And he was supposed to crush them with a skid steer, I believe, and prove that they'd been militarily decommissioned to the specs that the United States government required, and then he would sell them as scrap metal.
The map has been
Well, he did that for a while, and then he realized that these trucks are worth a lot of money when they're still running. So he began taking the data plates off of one and riveting them onto one that had already been crushed and selling that one out the back door. And he did that for quite a while until the inspector was driving along one day and sees a guy polishing up a shiny new straight M151. He stops and he goes, "Hey, where'd you get that Jeep, friend? That's fucking awesome." And the dude's like, "Yeah, there's a guy down the road selling them. He's supposed to be crushing them for the government." Yeah,
So
he did
yeah.
some time in the federal pen for that. Malark the matter? What the fuck about what? Yeah, well, if you're selling to the public, that carries risks all its own. Oh, yeah, there's the Jeep. I forgot about the Jeep.
Like, I'm just saying
The
this,
inception of the
don't-
BMOPs? Oh, yeah, the abduction? That's just what I do, friend.
map has been updated.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do, is we borrow things. Look at these guys.
Yeah, and then I borrow
The
their
horse
truck.
What if the horse could come over and just bite people?
I can order it to defecate on demand. That's kind of close.
I'm just saying, what if you could use the horse to kick people in the face as like an ambush?
If this were realistic, then the horse would have like gone over and started nibbling on the bodies just to see what they tasted like. They're very curious.
Yes, they are.
I knew a
What
horse.
like-
I knew a horse once that figured out that if you like solidly touched a hot wire, then it hurt. But if you just kind of touched a hot wire, it tingled a little bit, and it liked that tingle. So you'd look over, and it would have its upper lip stuck straight out, and it would be like gently tapping the hot wire and then making a face for fun.
Horses.
And it's not like it was in a tiny little pen with nothing to do. It liked uprooting trees on the several acres, like 15, 20 acres it had to roam.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it would decide one day, like, this tree offends me, and then it would manage to pull all the branches it could off, and it would keep doing that until it died, and then it would run into it and try to knock the stump over until it managed that, and then it would roll the log around. And then it would get bored with that and decide a new tree had offended it.
This animal sounds dangerous.
That he was a gelding. He was an interesting horse. My
it's-
dad had pigs that figured out they could flip a lump of turf over the bottom wire and ground out the whole electric fence. That sounds like pigs. They're very, very intelligent. Do the Fulton mines work on vehicles or just people? I've never researched those. I bet they work on vehicles, or can be upgraded to. Let's see. Let's order them to develop those.
Yeah, be like,
While
give
we're
me some of
laying
them
here.
Fulton mines.
Please specify a project.
Is a decoy.
I knew somebody who had a pet pig and it got huge. Like, they got in the pig when it was small and it was fun when it was small, right?
Oh yeah.
But then, like, I remember at a certain point, they were like, "Oh yeah, our pig," and it would look like a couch in the backyard.
Alright, I'm gonna have the same situation here where
Like it looked like a couch that was just walking around.
that one's gonna come up while this one is... Nope. As long as you get under the gun, you're fine.
That sounds like a really poor strategy. Oh, what do we do? Oh, just get under the gun, you'll be okay.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You don't see me. You don't see me, you don't see me, you don't see me. Now you see me.
Target extraction confirmed. That's cut down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength.
I mean, it's
Alright,
not as
this
bad as
guy-
Robos.
Horse Orobos is, yeah.
We spotted a Soviet weapons transport truck. Apparently, its cargo is something pretty powerful. What do you think?
Do not hit my fucking horse.
Oh man, that's terrible. Maybe they just don't like your horses. Did you hit the fuel door and it did nothing?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem realistic.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's shooting at me now.
He's coming back. Man, he got mad. It's like you shot at him or something.
Wait, he's coming back?
It looked like he was.
New targets. Check your eye.
I think I just disabled him.
The map has been updated.
Of course he moves the second I fire. Fuck you. How many RPGs does it take to kill something that doesn't stop 40mm fire?
Well, it doesn't stop 40 mil, but it's been hardened against specifically RPGs. We're gonna use comic book rules.
I see, I see.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh. We're going fancy, are we?
Yeah, nothing like a dragon launcher to spice things up. At least I think this is supposed to be dragon. It could be
We've got
javelin.
Bazooka. Look, anything that has a tube and shoots rockets, I call a bazooka. And I've had so many anti-armor people yell at me that I'm wrong. Doesn't
No,
matter.
this is javelin. Okay, isn't
No,
javelin
I just
too
go-
advanced for this?
It's all a bazooka to me. I refuse to use the correct words.
It does make rocket go. Shh.
Then that's a bazooka.
Where's my horse at?
3 minutes remaining.
Yeah, you just go look. It's if it's bazooka shaped, it's a bazooka, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how am I wrong?
Is my horse just over there with like a broken leg?
It's CP.
They might make it, they might not. Next to the Nokia iPhone and the giant robot, it's downright old-fashioned.
Bazooka.
Yeah, the Javelin entered service in 96, so it's about a decade early here. That's what I thought.
Yeah, what about the iPhone and the robot arm, though? Oh, and the hover tank that has legs. You know what this hover tank needs? Legs. Why? Kojima, why?
Yeah, now, see, if you got rid of all the fucking mystical techno babble and just made this like a game of come on, come on, come on. One. Yep, you gotta stop. I'm next to you. That's some rules. Alright. I wonder if I can hit a helicopter with a javelin.
In a Kojima game? Sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's in a Kojima game. I think I can do this. Alright, now I will lay down and be hard to see.
Soviet reinforcements incoming. Tanks and a gunship. And you're the target. Looks like we
And I'm the target.
too far. Boss, those Soviets are a
Did that balloon just steal an IFV? Yeah, it's like the 15th time I've done that today.
mission objectives are complete. So you
Yeah, it's a NIIFV balloon.
choice, boss.
Yeah, it's impossible to
Latest in-
turn a vehicle if someone is next to it. It's facts. I'd be more impressed if you hit it with a javelin, lowercase j. Yeah, that would be impressive.
You know, if someone did that, I think the helicopter crew should just retire.
What the fuck was that?
Oh. Okay. That was different.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
So why does this rocket fire all those rockets? Like, what was that?
I don't know.
Why don't we take that?
What
next
was
time?
that? I've said it once and I'll say it again. I want to see a Metal Gear game set in 1938 and the Metal Gear stand-in is the Panzer III.
That would be great.
Tribute to our reward. However, you'll fail the mission if you don't take
I'm so fucking tired of doing this mission.
each vehicle is a piggy bank.
What happened today on WVPL 76? Tex and Depp played the same mission over and over again. They used a horse as a chalk.
I only used it as a chalk the twice that it's been hit by various IFVs.
Yeah, well, I mean, the horse's name is Borgar.
Sturm and Drang, brother. Pretty sure that Honda was airdropping homing bullets on you there. We've been Kojima'd. Yeah.
We have been Kojima. This is how you
Multi-tube
make a game
launch from a
longer.
single tube. This is how you make a
Yeah.
game longer. Because it's extreme difficulty.
Extreme.
I guess you can't strap explosives to the horse and send it out. No, they don't like that. Them's against those rules. So these two will double up. Well, if it takes 5 RPGs to kill a BTR, maybe the Merv Javelin will kill a BTR in one hit. Since it won't it won't kill a fucking Hind D.
Well, yeah.
The Venture Brothers writers should do a Metal Gear game. That would be fun. They would have to like the story though, like Metal Gear games to get the right jokes. I can't believe that the Javelin didn't put down that helicopter in one hit.
It's because the helicopter's got, I don't know. I couldn't answer that with a straight face.
I was like, okay, well, in the Mervelin, if you will, yeah. Oh.
Please don't use that word. Mervelin.
Yep, the Mervelin. Courtesy of Alizard with daft ideas. Have we been doing this so long that it's evening now in game?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is this what we do with our lives? This
This is
lust
our life
revenge? Need more missiles to defeat active defenses. What year is this again? There's no active defenses. It just hit and didn't care.
Perhaps it is our incredible lust for revenge that's keeping us from getting further. Maybe this is the phantom pain he was talking about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. Nope, 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 nope.
Mechanized units force strength.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, no, stop, stop, stop. I'm alongside. Stop, stop. Do not hit my horse. God fucking damn it. Let it go.
The Benny Hill music would make this a lot better.
All right, stop. I'm alongside. Stop, stop. I will not let you go.
God. How's your cardio, guys?
Jesus Christ.
Man, running right next to that diesel. I mean, imagine...
Oh, he got me that time.
I imagine the Russians are freaking out, though.
Oh my
You know?
God, he's keeping up.
That's what I mean. They just look over the corner and they're like, oh my God.
Is he still there? Yeah, he's still there.
Floor it. It's like in Jurassic Park when he looks behind him and the T-Rex is gaining. You know?
Boss, we spotted a four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner.
I mean, that would freak me out.
Yeah.
Look in the rearview mirror and see a guy chasing.
The map has been updated.
Would not be a happy person. I'd be like, uh-oh.
The Jeep slowed down for a half second when that exploded.
We're
Oh.
very smart people.
We've got infantry down there. Okay, that's news.
Analysis complete.
Those guys seem excited.
Yeah, they do.
Why don't you use the Patriot?
Oh my God, it's a bad guy.
You've got other targets closing in. You can check the predicted route on your iDroid.
Why are you guys rolling around with SVDs and micro Uzis? Min-maxing
'Cause
today?
Yeah, like their commissar said that they can have them as a treat.
Do we have landmines? We have normal landmines.
Has been updated.
We should have landmines.
The fact that my horse is back to normal, just standing there like nothing happened, is amazing.
That horse is very calm.
Gonna have to give it an extra Quaalude after this. As a
Yeah.
treat.
Quaalude, the horse. That's a good name for a horse.
That's not a bad name, yeah. What's your horse's name, Quaalude? Said there was a Soviet soldier checking out where I ambushed a Jeep, but I didn't see him.
That sounds like somebody else's problem.
It is. No, I want you like right here. Yeah, but facing the other way. Facing other way. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then in. Boom, right there. Hidden behind the rock. That was the goal. Thank you.
It'll be fine.
It's fine.
Unless we keep doing exactly what we've been doing, then it probably won't be. But, you know, I mean...
Can't believe that fucking MIRV launcher didn't take out the helicopter. What is its purpose?
Just to suffer, perhaps. I said the thing.
You did. You said the thing. Roll credits.
What is our purpose? That's a good question.
Nice work. Keep it up. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
If you could hump crawl, this mission would be easy. Exactly. I just picked that thing up by the spare tire. Uh-huh. It's just a magnet that I clamp on.
Yeah, it's a special magnet.
Oh, they finally found the driver of that Jeep.
Did they?
Well, they just called it in.
They're like, there's a guy. Also, there's balloons everywhere.
Yeah, the giant robot arms, the mechs, the yeah, whatever. See?
Target extraction confirmed. That's cut down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength.
You get alongside, it has to stop. It's the way of the world. That guy wouldn't let me alongside. He didn't stop.
Apparently its cargo is something pretty
They're up to Zoya 10 now. 1 through 9 are hovering at about 10,000 feet.
You know, I wonder if that base commander would just stop sending things, right?
Well, you know, in the other games, eventually they did, yeah.
belongs to Diamond Dogs now.
You know, I think he'd be like, you know what? I'm not gonna help this guy. I'm just not gonna help him do it.
I am not going to provide him more things to steal.
We have new targets.
Yeah.
Check your iDroid for the details.
I'm just not gonna cooperate. I'm not playing his game.
We'll hide behind the stone wall to ambush the truck.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, we got time. As long as it doesn't fucking stop.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Hey friend, I call this the Patriot.
This lady had it. And it had infinite bullets. And she was a D-Day hero. And she went
No.
to space.
But without a spacesuit.
Didn't need it.
Didn't need it.
She had a friend who was an astronaut who was really mad.
Furious, you could even say. And he really liked
was just-
fire.
He was just burning up.
All the way up there, alone.
Ugh.
Well, I've signed out, thank you. Patriot, the keyhole-o-matic? Yes. I think
Yeah,
I found the
sure
Metal
did.
Gear game you could play next. Oh god.
No.
Is it the tabletop?
3 minutes remaining.
Please no.
Like in real life, the Russians would just keep throwing armor at this problem.
Well,
I
you'd
mean,
see a
that's
bunch of
kind
T-55s.
of what they're doing now.
You'd see a bunch of T-55s start up. That's what would happen. You'd be like, what is this diesel fog that is coming over here?
Yeah, the sky would darken to the east. Alright, so I now have Stinger. Which, you know, is super important.
And then they go invade Czechoslovakia again.
I long for the day takes place revengeance.
I don't think I could take it. I've seen enough memes from it to piece together that it's just batshit madness. If I want to play a game that's batshit madness but actually seems enjoyable, I'd probably try my hand at playing Yakuza, because I watched Mike play through one.
I have the Metal Gear Solid 4 Risk.
Only 2 minutes remaining.
What?
Uh-huh. The means, Jack. Metal Gear Acid? Yeah, no, I've got the Metal Gear Solid 4 Risk. Why? Because somebody didn't know what to get me for a Christmas gift one year.
They were like, you need the Risk version of this game.
You like Risk, you like Metal Gear. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that happened.
Nice work.
No, run. Sprint, 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 sprint.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Oh, you can shoot through the fucking launcher? Fuck you.
1 minute remaining.
Well, he could once.
No, he's continuing to do it. Come on, come on. Swap it. No, that's the wrong... Yeah, there we go. And fire. Fuck, missed. He stopped. Come on. God, son of a bitch.
Almost.
Nah, he's gone.
You think them tires would explode?
Target has left the mission area.
What with the RPG going off near them?
Just
Yeah.
focus on taking out the remaining targets. The enemy reinforcements have stopped. No targets remaining. Boss, exfiltrate the hot zone.
Alright, here we go. Here's where...
Shortly.
What do you want from me? Do you want this truck gone? Do you want me to give up the Merv? Alright, I'll give up the Javelin Merv. I don't care.
The Mervelin.
The Mervelin.
Very dangerous.
You notice how they haven't offered me the chicken hat yet on this one?
Why?
I don't know.
Is it just punishment, you think?
I am punished Venom Snake.
Maybe it's because you brought the horse.
I bet that's it. It's punishment for bringing the horse.
Kojima hates horses.
Oh, they're fine with you taking 8 vehicles. It's number 9. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I let one through, so it's not worth it anymore. Well, come on.
Enemy presence detected. Has been updated.
All right. That's a thing.
We're good. This is all normal now.
Yeah, this is normal.
Guard post captured.
See, there we go. All done.
I love how it says you're full of heroism. Or like you're a hero.
Nothing says hero quite like gunning down a bunch of people. It's
Your guy did it in a heroic manner. He struck a pose. He shot everyone in the dick.
Extraction.
who the fuck is
I don't
shooting me?
Somebody who's about to get shot, I'm presuming.
It's not that guy. Oh well, they stopped. Come on, Quaalude. We're clearing the hot zone.
Quaalude the horse.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Did I get shot in the face?
I think so.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
How horrible would it be to be hit with AA missile as infantry? Well, you'd
Probably
stop
not
being
great.
biology and start being a practical demonstration. Yeah,
Mission complete.
an excellent way to put that.
Next time.
You'd be like in a paper, right? If that happened to you. They'd be like,
Yeah.
the effects of the FIM 92 on...
I got some legendary volunteers after they saw that display.
Yeah, they were like, fuck that, I'll join.
That guy was fluent in Latin? I have somebody with Latin as a first language?
So you got like a lawyer?
What the fuck? Where did we get that guy?
He's like, oh yes, he's a Benedictine monk.
Surveying enemy outposts, for example. Or get
Yeah, I'm not doing any fucking side ops. Get me a helicopter.
time every now and then. Whatever you do, it's all another step on the road to our goal.
What is our goal? What is our goal, Ocelot? Your goal is to backstab everybody you've ever met. Oh god, don't throw the horse off a cliff. One step closer to our goal. Yeah, I know. It's scary cliff. Just walk around it. Thank you.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Good god, that helicopter moves fast now that I've upgraded it. Look at that.
This is B-Quad.
Wow.
Thing flared in like a fucking missile coming in.
Support helicopter has arrived.
No, off the horse. Alright, I guess there's no button to pet the horse.
You're not allowed.
Did you know that horses' hooves are actually their fingers?
Wow.
Alright,
We're learning.
so we're going back to Snake for this one.
Are we going back to Snag?
We're going back to Snake. And the reason we're going back to Snake is I think if we don't use him for this one, there's some dialogue that we miss out on, and we can't afford that. What are we using? What are we using for this? Do we like our loadout?
I think that our loadout's sane.
I think it works. Yep. Ultra Ink chicken.
I remember we were my
Can you
favorite
give
was
the girl some
Blaster.
pants? Not until I've completed the game.
I remember when our thing was Blaster Brown.
You know, when I had that one, my fob got invaded a lot. I don't know if people just liked it or if it was.
Do you think people got mad? They were like, "This is unacceptable." They were like, this person is not taking it seriously." Do you think that's what people said? Like they were like, "No. You can't be not serious in Metal Gear."
Yeah, she's got some weird skin condition that keeps her from wearing pants. If you didn't know, the story behind that is she's the person who tried to kill us in the first cutscene of the game. And we set her on fire and threw her out a window. And because of that, she survived, but now she breathes through her skin because it was on fire, and she can't wear pants anymore. And also, she drinks through her skin when she showers, and it makes like a slurping noise. We saw that cutscene earlier. It's gross.
I think it's funny that I mean, it sounds like a really bad role-playing game character. You know, like, what's your concept? My girl can't wear pants? Why? She was on fire once.
Is she
What?
Gwyneth Paltrow? Except she has the long glove. Yeah, and she gives up like 15% of her total oxygen because of that long satin glove. Now, Kojima admitted that her character is what it is just for fan service. And I think that's mostly servicing himself, if we're honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's basically a frog lady. Also, her voice is a virus, but we don't know that yet.
Her voice is a virus. My character's a mute. Why? Her voice is a virus.
Uh-huh.
Eh?
We don't know that part yet, though.
No, why would we?
Vigorous self-service.
I need to go self-service in the back.
Good to know Kojima's just as much a perv as most of the fans. Well, there's an interview with the actress that they captured for by its performance, in which she talks about how they did a 3D scan of the bottoms of her feet for reasons. She's wearing boots 99.9% of the time.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yep, 3D scan of the bottoms of her feet.
I don't like that story. Can I get that story to not be true?
Nope. That's just one of those things. So now we did not grab the gigantic pill-shaped pod that was from Peace Walker that was talking to us in the voice of the boss, because we decided it wasn't important the last time we were here.
Right.
But now it is important, so we're grabbing it, and that's why we're here. And we can't progress the main story until we do this side mission.
Steal the pod.
Steal the pod.
So what is the pod?
Well, it's about the size and shape of a refrigerator.
I've seen the pod. I'm saying what's the significance of it?
Oh, it's the AI pod that we put in the first Metal Gear, the Peace Walker, that we made in 1974 in Nicaragua.
Ah. Okay.
Mommy AI? Yeah, pretty much. No, this is pod stealing. Is that guy wearing night vision? No, he's wearing a gas mask.
I just...
Getting your ass beat in a GP5's gotta suck.
I'm just sitting here holding my head.
Why?
Like, just...
Was it the feet thing? You gotta let that
Yeah.
go.
I can't. Like, I can let Tarantino be weird with feet because the rest of the movie's usually pretty alright. You know what I mean? You can excuse people's nonsense if the rest of it comes together well.
Yeah. Bliat, he says.
He's coming too.
Bleep.
Roger that.
I've eliminated that guardhouse.
I hate how they're calling it the feet tax now. Please don't call it that, Chad. Please.
Development complete.
And yes, Chad, they do make HE-RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Development complete.
They also make rat shot RPGs.
This upsets me.
Oh, yeah, the truck said, fuck that. It's getting out of here.
They've had enough, right? They're just like, uh-uh.
Oh, excuse me, I can't cross the pipeline. Except by going under. Oh yeah, gunshots, unknown direction.
Extraction failed.
Subject on
Everyone stay alert.
the rest to us.
Was that a blow-up doll? Mostly, yeah.
It's a little bit of weird.
It's a little bit of weird as a treat.
You know, as a treat. Why not? Why shouldn't I keep it?
You gotta extract
It's mine now.
Analysis complete.
Alright, so if I recall correctly, we got to get to that one. Number 3 over there.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
So how many people do you think we've stolen? Do you think there'd be a
Stolen?
documentary?
Hundreds.
Do you think there'd be a documentary like years on in this, you know, in the Russian state, you know, Russian Federation, where they talk about in Afghanistan how many people were stolen?
God, I would hope so.
Yeah, like it has like really sad music and then like interviews with distraught drunken veterans like just complaining, you know, just being like, this man, he steal everyone. Someone just stole all of their friends.
We went to Afghanistan with 3 battalions. We returned with 1.
800 men were disappeared. They show like one of the survivors a balloon, like a drawing of one, and he just starts crying uncontrollably.
You know, I realized that this field was full of like BMPs and shit when I came through the first time. Did I steal all those?
You know, I bet they're having an equipment shortage.
They're Russians.
Well,
This shit wasn't the weirdest thing they saw all day. Yeah, probably. It's listed in the stat section. We can see.
Oh, please.
Chat, how many people do you
Yes.
think I've stolen? I think
Yeah, let's
I've
have a
killed
bet.
less than 100, because I've only been sort of killing.
Well, in the missions, you have to kill them.
Sometimes.
You know, yeah. Like when you were raiding that base, you gassed a lot of people.
I did, yeah.
I mean, yeah. And all right. So Trollment says 984. All right, that's an interesting number.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Stop nuclear proliferation by human trafficking. Do you really want a
So-
prediction? Sure. Yeah, give me your best shot. Tell me how many
Let's see what
people
you
I've
got.
stolen.
420. All right. Bionic Babe says 775.
350 from Pretzel.
All right. So we're getting a lot of people and then some meme answers.
1336. $1, Bob. Yeah.
$1.
Where's our stats gonna be at? Log.
Oh God.
Okay, it's not in the log. Where's it gonna be at then? Database? Documentation. No? Where's my stats at?
That's a good question.
All the posts talking about it are 4+ years old? Okay. We'll figure that out after we finish this mission. We'll look at our figure out how to get our stats. Oh, they got motherfuckers in here now? That's a bad idea. Oh, they don't. Never mind. Did they move the pod?
Yeah, they like to air the pod out on some days.
Like it was in here, right?
I want to say it was, but don't trust me.
Those aren't the pods, are they? No, those are oil drums. There's the crane. Alright, I may have to go ask somebody nicely. That's fine. I can be very polite. Am I in the wrong hangar? That's possible.
Yeah. And we don't know how many people we've snatched. We can't find the stats.
Somebody figure out how to look at the stats, and I absolutely will. He's that guy from Freakazoid, literally. Freakazoid, Freakazoid.
It was a good show.
It was better than it really had any right to be. We're gonna go over here to our private conversation place.
Just grab that guy and give him a squeeze.
Specialist?
So, They said it should be on records on the pause menu.
Alright, this guy doesn't know anything. Records on the pause menu. Okay. Ah, records. Okay.
Let's see where we are.
531 people
Good lord.
and 327 killed. Okay, so I'm at a 1/3, 2/3 on killed versus captured.
That's nuts.
So that's what 800. Yeah, 878 people missing from Afghanistan.
I think they're gonna notice.
I would think they would notice that, yes. No, no. Grab him. Okay, that works too. Wake up,
I think they would.
jackass.
I think they would notice. Wow.
I don't care about
I mean-
processed materials. I'm here for the pod. Give me the pod.
Give me. You just stumble in and start choking someone out. Give me the pod. You're like, what? Choking the life out of them, screaming, "I want the pod." They have no idea what you're talking about.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the pod. Give me the pod.
Robo won an Oreo.
Oh, Robo doesn't get an Oreo. And Peter Weller, I've heard that story. I've got no fucking idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. All right.
It's podding time. Yeah. Time to get up. Wakey, wakey. No, don't give two shits about your specialist.
Has been updated.
Pods containers weren't invented until the 2000s. Yeah, the pulse sifty whole thing is kind of sketchy. Where the fuck is
Yeah.
this pod?
Just keep looking. Just keep squeezing people.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Right, like
mean,
we know it's not
didn't
in
they
that
put you-
hangar, and because the door
didn't-
works, that's the only hangar.
But didn't they put you in the right area? Or are you just roaming Afghanistan?
Extract the AI pod. Oh, did they move it to that one?
Marker placed.
I mean, the little circle's centered on it, so I guess. So I've just been kicking and, like, fucking abducting all of these Soviet soldiers. Like, give me the pod!
They have no idea what you're talking about. You're just, again, choking the life out of them. Robo wants an Oreo. And they're like, what?
I can't see shit. There we go. Resources have been stolen.
Just keep stealing things. It'll be fine.
Extraction failed.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was a sandstorm.
A Darude sandstorm, perhaps.
The map has
Man,
been
you guys are
updated.
useless.
Do you think at the base they're really struggling because these planes keep coming in with more people?
They can't handle that number of IL-76s.
They're wondering. They're probably wondering, like, they're interrogating the people coming off those planes for one reason only. Alright? And the reason is, they're the people at the base are trying to figure out what you're looking for. They're like, well, what did he ask you? And they're like, something about an Oreo? And they're like, oh god, he's lost his mind. He said a pod. He said, give me the pod. And then he choked people.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
So did they get her to reprise her voice lines? Or did they just like run the ones from Metal Gear Solid 3 through a filter?
It's a good question. I mean, once you use somebody's voice, you're allowed. I mean, if you get your licensing right, you can just keep reusing it.
Oh look, he's got little pictures of all of us being happy in Nicaragua. Yeah, look, oh, there's Kaz and him. There's our little... No, you're not. Uh-huh.
Me and the boys, TM.
I wonder how he got some of these photos. There's little Otacon. Man, he really likes aerial photos of the oil platform, huh?
He's thinking of investing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. They just, did that and deal with it. You think Kojima's like a really shit DM? You know, they're like, "Oh, we found the thing we need to get." And they're like, "No, it flies away."
Secrets are buried in it.
Oh my
Sure.
fucking god! What the
AI
fuck?
was needed back. AI was needed on its home planet.
On fire was crushed by Sahelanthropus.
AI, go home now.
At Mother Base.
Really be dead. Boss, head for Yaha Ovu's supply outpost and secure the man.
So this was like they sat down and wrote this, right? And they said,
Yeah.
"This is the coolest thing ever."
Yeah, they're like, how do we get him to get this oversized water heater that's using the voice of his like mentor? So we openly acknowledge now that the man on fire is Vulcan, because we seemed confused by that before. But we're no longer confused. Like, it's just known.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Everything will be fine. I'm sure this plot will be okay. I'm sure the story will arrive at some point to explain some of this. You know, it'll be like, by the way, I'm here.
The map has been updated.
Vulcan, does he have pointy ears and to die for raised left eyebrow? Yeah, yeah.
Why not?
Could be, could be.
He's coming too.
No. Kojima wrote this and was afraid everyone was too afraid to say something, like George Lucas in the sequels. I really
Oh,
think
you mean
it's that kind of situation, yes. So there's my little murder mute. Now we have to go over here.
You think that's what he calls around the base? Like, oh, my little murder mute.
Helicopter requested.
Well, I mean, apparently everybody else calls her, like, names. Oh, hold on. I've got to get the commemorative Soviet soldier poster. So I can put it up on the base. Do I need to blow up the air defense radar again? Apparently not.
They only have so much radar. Oh, man.
You fortunate son. Yep. The plot copter can tell us what's happening.
Development
Please,
project
plot helicopter.
The
Tell us the
plotocopter.
story.
What did the girl do the whole time? Nothing, because I didn't set off an alarm. She's actually, like, brutal if, you know, I let her be. But that was me being sneaky. Was landing a helicopter in the middle of the base. Alright. Don't I have the, Yeah, I have the rocket arm. Don't I?
I remember you doing some research for that, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so none of those. I need, yeah, there we go.
Deselect
We're
allowed.
going to steal the body of John Vulcan.
John Vulcan.
Yeah, the Volgy man. You remember him from like 2 games ago where he's like, ah, Shagohan. Yeah, latex suit, grab you by the balls. Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, so we're just gonna steal that. Okay.
Yep, John Vulcan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Johnny Vulcan.
he had some cheapy little saying about the rain.
It was like what? Kuravara, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something.
How many more Afghanis must be ballooned away to get to the bottom of this? I've not ballooned a single Afghani national. These have all been Russians.
Yeah,
Vulcan lives!
We only ballooned the Soviets. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, smell is a very large part of taste. I do probably need to change the song out at some point.
I don't know, man. Whatever bothers the enemy most is probably what we should be playing.
Well, Yevon Polka, it's, you know... Minigun tastes like pain. Delicious. Yes, you can steal the goats.
Yeah, we could just have goats. We could be like these.
Yeah,
goats.
they've all been Soviets. Steal the goats? I've got nothing that will let me steal them. Because I can't win them in a hand-to-hand combat encounter. If I had something tranquilizer, I could steal the goats.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ah, it's this place.
Analysis complete.
I do appreciate that I gassed the fuck out of this place once, and now everybody wears gas masks.
Well, there was like a safety film, and they just show your gas attack. And the people are like, why are we wearing gas masks here? And they just show that, and they're like, oh.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm like, all right. Be the reason there's a safety briefing.
Yeah, what the? Oh, is that? I'm crazy. Somebody fired a gun. There was gunfire.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
You coming into the room? I guess not.
Analysis.
Forget it. Must be seeing things, he says.
Yeah. I mean, this game makes no sense anymore. I'm just kind of here for the ride.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because
Alright.
I could not describe... If you put a gun to my head and said, Tex, you'll live if you can tell me the plot of the last 5 hours of gameplay, I'd be like, shoot me. I mean, the only thing that sticks out is that line of, what a taste for vengeance.
What a lust for revenge?
Yeah, sorry, lust for revenge. Sorry, I even got that wrong. Good lord.
He stole the whole Russian army, but the one thing he couldn't steal is my heart. You just saw most of your squad kidnapped by one guy. I'd get hard of seeing real fast. Yeah. I've been waiting for y'all to do another old video intermission of the Ghost Recon series, except it's a grayscale clip show of Depp's gameplay done like a safety seminar.
Ugh. I can only imagine what Soviet industrial film must have been like.
Oh, I think it was probably on like 8mm.
Well, I mean, it had to have some sound, so 16 more likely.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so he's not in here. But there is a blueprint. I got a blueprint for an FNFAL.
Oh. So here's my question:
Yeah.
what is this guy's end game in Afghanistan? Like, why? What is he hoping to get out of it? He's spending probably what, billions of dollars building all this stuff,
Yeah, I would say
and
so.
even back then, billions of dollars. I mean, you can't just build a whole nest of oil refineries in the Seychelles and pay people off, right?
Yeah.
And also have your own robotics thing, and then, you know, a hover tank. I mean, that's not cheap.
No, I can't imagine that is. Is it revenge? Well, this is been touted as the tale of how Big Boss became a bad guy. So I assume he's just doing that because that's what villains do.
I mean, that makes sense. In a really dumb way?
Alright. I blew up their comm station, so we've entered the trapped in here with me phase of the night.
Well, why not? We've reached full circle. We've squared the circle, right?
What I don't get is, like, all these maps on the tables. If I just picked these up and, like, sold them to the CIA, they would let me write my own check.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Train. What is it? No. Thank you, Mr. Train.
Some people should have gotten Heart of Ceiling. Also, I thought I destroyed their comms equipment. They shouldn't be able to talk to the talk anymore.
Well, maybe they're just yelling really loud. Maybe you can hear it in your head because you've developed psychic powers. Who knows?
Where the fuck is this cat's body at? Where the fuck did that missile come from?
Well, probably the missile store. I'm running out of material.
Yeah, I mean, you're fine.
So is Kojima.
Yeah.
Somebody suggested, I remembered reading an email, somebody had suggested after this we brave through the game of Death Stranded, you know.
Oh,
Stranding, Death Standing, Stranding.
Yeah, Stranded Death, the game.
I heard that that game, while it has really good gameplay, has even less sense of plot than this.
Oh, 100%.
I saw a clip. I saw a fucking clip from that game out of context, and it almost broke my brain. There was a lady who was mimicking holding a baby that was not there. I thought a model hadn't loaded. And she was like crying. And I just was like, wow.
Don't psychic powers in this game usually come with a skin-tight outfit? Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You know what? Okay, I'll take that. Ah, she killed everybody. Or put them to sleep because I gave her the sleepy gun.
I think all guns are sleepy guns.
Alright, time to tell me where the body's at. That's not what I was after.
The map has been updated.
So he's wearing a M88 Afghanka uniform with a 6B2 vest and what I think is supposed to be a GP5, but it's not actually attached to anything. And it looks actually more like it's based off the Israeli civil defense mask. Let's see this guy. So we've got a 6B2 again, Afghanka uniform. Well, no, that might be the Mabuta top. And then that is going to be a VSR cap and Sun Bunny pants in a pattern that won't be used until the mid 2000s.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Like this would be an okay depiction of like a mid 90s Russian conscript. Because by that point VSR had been introduced. It was developed by the Soviets but never printed. It was used as the first Russian national camouflage pattern. And they just used a mishmash of stuff during both Chechen wars. Where the fuck is this guy's body at?
Oh, by the way, I believe we have like just a few minutes.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, we've got like 2 minutes.
All right. I'm glad I watched the clock.
Yeah, thank you.
I almost fell asleep because I was trying to figure out Kojima stuff, and then my brain started to tell me you need to pass out. Like my brain was trying to tell me, do not onboard this information.
Yeah, it's a cognito hazard.
That's what I mean. I felt like it was an SCP.
Come on. Where's body? Body. Give me the body.
I wish the body.
Body, rocking everywhere. As the kids are fond of saying.
As the children say.
Who the fuck saw me? That guy? That guy saw me? This is like the medical ward. There's no body here. I don't think there's a body here.
1 minute.
Alright, we will get out of here. And I just assume these guys are all dead. We'll catch you guys next week. That guy's dead. I'll figure out where the body is. The body lies over the ocean. Thank you for that. So, check the trucks. I will do that. I will catch you all later.
See you guys next time. And don't bring your brain, because Jesus Christ, it's Kojima time.
Alright, see ya.
Is everyone happy after some technical difficulties?
Speaking of technical difficulties, the controller's not working again.